Today we're going to talk about how to use the Access NYC website to find information about benefits online. The website that you're going to go to for this, and you can go, I'm going to show you it on my laptop just because the screen's bigger, like it's easier to see, but you can absolutely also do this on your phone. Access.nyc.gov. So either on a computer or you can go into any browser on your phone and just type this in, okay? Access.nyc.gov. And what this is meant to be is sort of like a hub for you to find out what benefits you're eligible for, what new benefits are becoming available. And I think, as far as I have seen over looking through it, it seems to be very well kept up. And it seems quite user friendly too, just in terms of being straightforward. It cuts through, I think, some of the red tape, and it'll link you to different programs where you can then apply for those benefits. Okay, so I want to point out a couple features here that may be helpful to you. Okay, one thing I want to point out here that may be helpful is that you can translate this entire page. You see here at the top, you can translate this entire page into a number of different languages. So let's say we want to look at it in Spanish. All right, we don't even need to do that Google Translate. It's going to do it by itself. If we want to change it back, we click that thing at the top. If we want to go to Chinese, we can do it in Chinese. Okay. So if the language you're most comfortable with navigating in is not English, there's a number of different options for translation, which I think is really good. And they seem to double check the translation too. So hopefully it's easily read and used. Okay. So I'm going to point out 3 different features on here. We're going to start out with the one that says, am I eligible? So you see it right here. You also see the button right here. Okay. So this is how you're going to check and see if you're eligible for certain benefits. Okay. So let's click on there. Am I eligible? So this is where we say what kind of help we're looking for. And like it says, you can pick more than one. If you forget, they're still going to tell you other things that you might be eligible for too. So if you're looking for something in particular, this is just where you can sort of highlight that. But again, they should show you a range of things that you may be eligible for. So we're going to say, we're in here. Let's just look at everything. Check every little thing just to see. And again, you can be much more specific when you do this yourself. All right, we're going to say continue. So they're telling you this is a screening tool that in order to apply for the benefit, you go through the appropriate agency, but this is sort of showing you what you're eligible for. And it's the privacy policy as well. So we're going to click on that and say continue. Okay, so we're going to make up a person here. All right, this is not my information. We'll just pretend we're someone. Okay, let's say we're 55. Our zip code is, I'll use this zip code, 10029. And if you're curious about why they're asking how old you are, because benefit programs are sometimes meant for specific age groups. So they want to make sure that they're targeting the benefit programs that are most useful to you. Okay. Let's see, did any of these apply to us? We're going to say unemployed, and no, we haven't worked in the last 18 months. And we're going to say that yes, we do receive Medicaid. Okay, this is just, to have something to filter through, to give it an idea of who we are. Do we have an income? For right now, we're just going to say no. But if you do say yes, I'll show you. It'll tell you it'll ask what your income type is, okay? And then it'll ask you generally how much you make in a month or a year. You can break it down by those units of time. And then it'll ask about your expenses. We're going to say no just to go through this quicker, but if you say yes, again, it'll give you questions about, what are your expenses? Rent, medical, heating, cooling, mortgage, childcare, and then you'll give them a sense of what your expenses are, okay? But again, we're going to put no here for right now. All right, number of people in your household, I'm gonna say, let's say 3. Okay. Are you the head of household? It tells you what head of household means. So it's someone who can represent your family and pays most of the family's expenses. For the purposes of this, I'm gonna say yes. All right, and then you're gonna talk about the other people in your household. So I'm just gonna make some stuff up for this. I'm gonna say child. I'm gonna say none of these apply except Medicaid. No, no. I'm gonna say 25, child. None of these apply except Medicaid. Okay. Which of these best applies to our housing situation? So you're gonna say, I'm gonna say renting for right now. What type of rental do you live in? Say rent controlled. I'm on the lease. And I'm gonna say our household has $100 on hand right now. Okay. And this is asking just to check that all of this information is correct for us. Again, you're gonna put in your own information for this, so you can double check if it's correct. All right. And for now, we're gonna say yes, continue to my results. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, so you see here, there's 18 programs for us to look at that we've qualified for here. Okay, and there are several ways that we can save our results. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so let's see what we got. So free financial counseling and coaching, assistance to pay late rent and utilities owed due to COVID-19. That's interesting. Discount on your phone or internet service. Information on COVID vaccines, which I think would come up for everyone, which is great. Job training and placement for seniors. Ride for half price, so that's fair fares. SNAP, so if you don't have SNAP already to buy food, you can go in there. So there's a number of things. I mean, you can scroll down, affordable public housing, all sorts of stuff. So let's say, okay, A, we want to keep this search. Okay, so we're gonna say email. We want to email this to ourselves. I'm gonna do tech talk. Forget the number that goes with it, but let's just say we'll send it to our email. All right, and if we do that, we'll get this list with links on our email address. You can also text it to yourself, or you can print it out if you have access to a printer. Okay, but texting or emailing probably is going to be the most helpful, because then you'll actually have the links to go to these places. Okay. So let's say, all of these are interesting to us, but we're really interested right now in the fair fares. So we want to get half price Metro cards. So we're going to click on this link that says apply. All right. So you see this that says apply online. Okay. This is going to take you to the fair fares page. So what, like I'm saying again, the Access NYC page is like a hub to all the different sort of programs that you can then apply for. So it tells you your eligibility so that you can go, there and go through the steps to apply. So you can apply now, create an account in there. So you just go through a couple questions and it should tell you, what to do next. But that's just one example of how to access something. So we're going to go back to the main page. So let's say we already emailed this to ourselves, so we've seen what we're eligible for, which is great. Okay. So we're going to go back. We're going to click. You see where it just says Access NYC. We're going to go back to the home page. All right. All right, you'll see too that there's a link here to just go directly to HRA. So where you can apply for SNAP and cash assistance and renew your Medicaid. That is just a direct link to that HRA page, okay? And so I want to show you this one that just says programs. So if you just want to look and see what's available without doing that whole screener, you can just go through here and say programs. And just sort of search through what's happening. You'll see like the Mitchell-Lama affordable housing waiting list, lotteries for affordable housing. They have forgivable loans for down payments of closing costs on apartments or houses, information about homeless services and shelters. So you can just scroll through here and see what might be of interest to you. These are not necessarily things that you will qualify for, but you can always click on it and check out if you do, you know? So that's another way to use this site, is to look through that way, okay? Get text messages with new job openings. So there's a bunch of different things. And then the last sort of thing up here, I mean, you can search for something in particular. So if you want to search for like SNAP benefits, you can search for that. And it'll take you directly to money to buy food, so SNAP. But there's also a feature that, this is actually not my favorite feature on this website, just because it doesn't seem quite as up to date as some of the other ones. I might be wrong about that, but it just isn't quite as well populated as some of the others. But if you're looking for something close to you, you can use this map and say, you know, I'm looking for specific services like in 10029 zip code. I just find that some of the results to this are a little less, there's fewer than you might think. So I think that the other ways might be better to go, unless you're very specifically looking for something close to you. So let's just say food as a bigger thing. And we're gonna say 10029. And when you do this, make sure that you actually select, because I did this before and I did it wrong. Make sure you select 10029, like one of these on the list, the one that you mean to use, because otherwise it's gonna get confused. So we don't mean 10029 Queens Boulevard, we mean 10029, the zip code. So I'm gonna click on that. So what that then shows us, the food one is actually pretty good in terms of showing you options. So if you click on any of these, look, you'll see information about, so the Community Kitchen of West Harlem Food Bank, the SNAP Center, which is good to know. So you can click on one and it'll tell you where you are. So that the Institute for Family Health, where they do women and WIC enrollment, Metropolitan Hospital. So these are a range of food programs. So some of them are going to be food pantries, some of them are going to be SNAP enrollment, some of them are going to be WIC sites. So you have to sort of look through that, but this is a way to see what's close by. I'm going to show you two more things. All right, so again, we're going to go back to the main page. If you're ever sort of in a place and you don't know, you want to get back to this main homepage, you're just going to click on this thing that says Access NYC, okay? So just go up here and this will get you back to the main page. All right, so if we scroll down here, we're going to see announcements. So these are new. You see these blue things that say new or reopened. So this is stuff, this is the very updated new benefits or reopened benefits. So this is like, you know, you see it was updated last Monday. I think they update it weekly. So they're pretty on top of it. So you'll see apply for pre-K for all, free tax prep, money for heat and utility expenses. So these are things that have just become available. So that's good to know. I mean, you don't necessarily just hear about these things. So it's good to just sort of look in here from time to time and say, oh, like these are new things that are available to me. And then there's the featured ones here. So it's like ID NYC, half price fares, again, what we were looking at before, and of course, COVID information. So here's another way to stay up to date, okay? And I suggest doing this if this is something that you're interested in, is go ahead and put your email address in here and subscribe to their updates. Again, even their updates are available in 11 different languages. So, I mean, you can get that in Chinese and Spanish and a range of different languages as well. So if you put that in there, you're going to get sort of the occasional emails that tell you what's opening up for you and deadlines for, you know, enrollment periods and stuff like that, which could be really helpful if you're looking out for things in particular. Okay, let's just look down here. I just want to show you the programs that are included in this. All right. So you have cash and expenses, childcare, city ID, education, enrichment, family services, food, health, housing, people with disabilities, work, and immigrant resources. Okay, housing first, let's see. All right, so if we click on housing again, these are all the programs that are available in the system. We're not necessarily eligible for all of them, but we can see what's out there. All right. So the affordable housing wait list, lotteries for affordable housing, the forgivable loan for down payment on a house or apartment, homeless services, resources for affordable home ownership, and pay, like I almost missed this before. Make sure you click see more results, because that's not everything. You know, it's that list, but there's more. So emergency financial assistance for people who can't meet an expense due to an unexpected situation. That's a big deal. Support for homeless youth. So, you know, it's just a range of different things from, you know, supporting purchasing an apartment or a home to, you know, like these affordable housing waitlists, stuff like that. So like, let's see if we click on it, it'll tell you how Mitchell-Lama works. And then it'll have a thing that says determine your eligibility. So then it'll take you through the screener there, a different screener there to see if you're eligible for Mitchell-Lama housing. All right. Again, so we're going to go up here. We want to go back to our main page. So we're going to click Access NYC. We're going to scroll back down here to our program list. And let's look at health. Let's look what's in there. So COVID-19. Lower, no cost or low cost healthcare access, low cost and free health insurance for pregnant women, long-term care at home. So for people with disabilities and seniors. And again, make sure you click on see more results. Services for people with HIV or AIDS, so HASA. Oh, this is a good one. So text, talk, or chat for mental health help. So NYC Well, which is a completely free resource. So these are all under the healthcare link. So let's say you go to no cost or low cost healthcare access. And it's going to give you this information about, you know, what you can receive from this through NYC Health and Hospitals. It's available to all New Yorkers who do not qualify for or cannot afford health insurance. So it's going to tell you everything it covers. Fact you have a primary care provider. So then you can go down here and determine your eligibility. I'll give you the steps to apply. The couple of things that I would definitely recommend are signing up for email updates if you're interested in upcoming benefits that might be available to you in the future. And then if you're interested just to see what you're eligible in, you know, do the sort of eligibility, the am I eligible screener here, and just see what comes up for you. And then you can take it from there. You know, if there's something that's of interest, you can follow the steps on that. If not, then you can just add your name to the mailing list, the email list, and then you'll see if maybe something does come up.